All right, Rich, thank you. Breaking news first this morning out of London. Buckingham Palace now confirms Prince Charles has tested positive for coronavirus. Right now, they say the 71-year-old heir to the throne is showing only mild symptoms and is in good health. Prince Charles is self-isolating at his estate in Scotland. His wife Camilla has tested negative. The palace says Prince Charles carried out a high number of public engagements in the last few weeks. Therefore, it is not possible right now to know when or where he may have caught the virus. A live look now here on the other side of the pond in Washington, D.C., where help is on the way. After midnight, lawmakers struck a deal on a $2 trillion relief package to help struggling Americans right now through the coronavirus crisis. Tracy Potts has the latest.
At last, we have a deal.
The largest rescue package in American history.
After 5 days of negotiations, an agreement overnight on nearly $2 trillion to help workers and businesses affected by the coronavirus.
This is a wartime level of investment into our nation.
Help is on the way. Big help and quick help.
It includes 4 months of extended unemployment insurance, aid for hospitals and health systems, small business loans, and disaster relief for state and local governments. The Treasury Secretary said overnight President Trump will sign it.
I've spoken to the president many times today, and he's very pleased with this legislation and the impact that this is going to have.
Democrats pushed for strict oversight of nearly $500 billion for big businesses. President Trump says he wants the economy up and running again in a few weeks.
Hopeful to have Americans working again by that Easter, that beautiful Easter day.
But with the virus growing in some areas, lawmakers are urging the president to follow the science.
If the data supports it, I'm for it. If it doesn't, I'm against it.
The cost to the economy of many more people getting affected and sick is a bigger cost than we're even seeing now.
Recovery could take months. We're expecting details on that big financial package later this morning. It still has to pass the House to get to the president's desk. Tracy Potts, NBC News, Washington.
All right, thank you, Tracy. The World Health Organization this morning believes that the United States could become the next world epicenter for the coronavirus. More than 53,000 confirmed cases here this morning so far, with the death toll now climbing closer to 700 in America right now. New York State alone is the big one with 25,000 confirmed cases, and Governor Andrew Cuomo says cases are doubling every 3 days. 400 ventilators arrived in New York City yesterday. That is far from what's needed, however.
FEMA says we're sending 400 ventilators. Really? What am I going to do with 400 ventilators when I need 30,000? You pick the 26,000 people who are going to die because you only sent 400 ventilators.
Now, other parts of the country also overwhelmed. A fairgrounds in Florida will reportedly be serving as a temporary hospital, and hospitals there say they are also low on protective equipment. Mimi?
Here in Washington, 123 people have died so far of coronavirus, half of them over the age of 80. The state has confirmed 2,469 cases, but more than 31,000 people have tested negative for the virus. That's 93% of the tests done so far. In an effort to slow the spread of coronavirus, a new stay-home order is in effect right now for Washington state, and we're getting a better idea of how it will be enforced. The Washington Association of Sheriffs and Police Chiefs says right now enforcement simply means engagement and education. Law enforcement have not been asked to arrest or ticket anyone. When officers do encounter people not following the rules, they will remind people to please stay at home unless running essential errands.
Mimi, the governor's order is throwing a wrench of some sorts into construction projects locally that are deemed non-essential. Seattle actually right now has 60 separate projects under construction, and that's just in the downtown core alone. You've seen all the cranes, it's all stopped. Construction workers are often working closely together. The order means these projects will have to stop for at least 2 weeks.
We've got 4,000 housing units under construction right now in downtown, and each one of those are important to our housing crisis.
Now, multiple businesses declined to comment to us on the impact that the governor's order will have on their construction projects. Also, sadly, food banks are bracing for waves of hungry people as both the workforce and their pantries are depleted. Our Eric Wilkinson reports from Cedral-Woolley this morning, showing us how the city will not let its people go hungry.
With nearly 50,000 people already hovering near the poverty line and now widespread job losses plus shuttered schools, these are desperate times at the Helping Hands Food Bank in Skagit County.
But what we're seeing now is people who really have no idea what's next.
This facility used to see 900 people a week walk through its doors. Now the doors are closed to the public for fear of spreading coronavirus. The overwhelming majority of the food bank's volunteers are over the age of 60, so it isn't safe for them to report for duty. Executive Director Becky Larson.
Going home and talking to my family, it became irresponsible. It became something that we can't do.
So Helping Hands is adapting. The food bank building is now used as a warehouse, and the weekly food distribution is now done via drive-through in a nearby grocery store parking lot. It's the new normal for the foreseeable future.
They'll be coming here for a long time to get back up. This is food banks. It's not going to be a 6-week thing and done. It's going to be for the rest of the year.
The rest of the year looks daunting as well. Because people have been stockpiling food, there isn't nearly as much for grocery stores to give away. Helping Hands has been forced to start paying normal retail prices for a lot of its food, driving up costs while cash donations dwindle.
The boxes that we're handing out back in the day, we would probably have been $1 to hand out that food. Now it's $10 to hand out that food.
But workers here say they will continue to adapt because they simply have no other choice. In Cedral-Woolley, Eric Wilkinson, King 5 News.
Now tonight, King 5 News will bring you another edition of our Facts Not Fear, Your Questions Answered seminar town hall. We want to hear from healthcare workers and first responders this week about any questions they may have. If you are one of those folks on the front lines, you can record a short video asking a question or leave a voicemail. Video clips go to factsnotfear.com. A voicemail to the number on your screen, 425-341-3773. Our show begins tonight at 7 o'clock on King 5.